go. Hey guys, it's Chef William here, and this is part 3 of pasta. So, this is our pasta, and I cut it into 3 bits, and I'm now cutting it into lots of different sizes strips. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've even got 3, and we've even got fat ones. And we're going to make them all into different types of really cool patterns. So this is going to look really nice. So it's time to cut up last one. What I'm doing is cutting them into small lines and fat lines. So we're basically making some the telly today. So let me know if you like tag the telly. Because I do. I think tag the telly's really nice. If you think them too long, you can always cut them into smaller bits. The thing is, once you get longer in, it's going to get longer. Okay, so I'm going to keep that as it is. We're nearly there at the end. So now I just need to find space on my board on my left hand side to place the pasta stripes. So now on this board we're going to decorate. So we're going to get this fat one here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn one side over, then turn that side over, and then bring them in. And then you've got some type which it's going to bring out, or you can fold it up like this. So you go fold, then you fold that side, and you fold it back that way, and then pull it in like this. And then when it goes in, it's going to explode out. So now that's going to come out, and it's going to have lots of zigzags. So I'm going to show you a few designs today. So you have the zigzag design. And I'm putting these straight into some boiling water. You also have the snake design. And once you've done it, just pull it straight in. This is called the snake design because it looks like a snake. Put that in the shape of the snake. And then on the smaller, fatter ones, I'm going to push the fat bit tail up and push it into the back. And that design is called the backwards head. So in goes the backwards head. So now I'm going to thin in the middle and then push up the sides. Kind of looks like a castle, that one, or a rowing boat. So that's the castle or rowing boat one. So now I've got my spoon and I'm just going to keep them in there. And they don't much stick, but it doesn't matter. Do another snake. And now we're going to do one which is called, so go to your decision of the bottom, push it over, then push a side down to the bottom. And then it looks like a bench. So you go down, and you can see a bench. So quick click and don't be too hard onto it, and don't use your fingers too hard on it, otherwise it could not end up very well because you've holded it too hard. So what I'm going to do on this one's a bit fat. So what I'm going to do is put them all in, and you can make a bit of artwork with them, but I'm just zigzagging them up very quickly, different artwork. You could do the squish and squeeze, or you can just do the drop and go, fold and turn, in they go in. So there's quite a few long ones now, topping in. You can see by me just putting them in, there's so many different sizes. Whoa, so long. So I'm putting this all in to the thing, the boiling water. So you need to be nice and quick with this. So I am going to keep moving them around so there's enough space for them all in there. And I'm just literally putting them in nice and quickly, and they're going in lovely because they've got flour on. That's the reason, because it's homemade. So you've got lots of different types in there, and it might thicken up. It depends on how the size you roll it out. So now you've seen me make the cheese sauce before, but I'm not going to go through the steps much. I'm just going to go nice and quickly, make the cheese sauce for it. So first of all, I'm going to put in some butter with this knife. I'm going to just grab a bit of butter and I'm going to put it in with it on a heat. And I'm going to grab a spoon. This is my spoon, which I'm going to use for it and also for my pasta, but I'm just going to leave that to cook for now. So also I need to make sure that's got a temperature, because that's what we're going to serve it with, and we're nearly ready to go. So this is going nice and smoothly. So I'm just making sure this cheese sauce goes nice and getting it all sorted. So you don't need any more butter, as that's the right thing. So you've got the right amount in there. Make sure you need like 3/4 of a pint in there, and I'm going down to my cheese basement. Boop, 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 boop. And here's my cheese and my thing. So once the butter melts, you need to add the flour, okay? So you need to add 1 spoonful of flour. Let's go to the spoons. La 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 la. What did God say? You need to get a spoon. So I listened to him as he told me what to do. So there's lots of pasta in there. If you wanted to, if you're making this for lots of people, you'd have to basically do more. So the butter's melted, so I'm going to spoon in some flour. And you need to whisk the butter and flour together to make it look like breadcrumbs, but it isn't. It looks like butter crumbs. Okay, so you need to turn the flour of the pasta down to 4. So now I'm going to add the milk into my butter and flour. And I'm not going to add it all at once. And then you need to whisk that up and make sure there's no lumps in there. So I've got 2 hands on hand at the moment because I'm going to put that up on the lowest, but make sure there's a heat on there just to keep that warm as the pasta's nearly done. And I've nearly finished my cheese sauce. So if you want to see the full way with all the steps, head over to the cheese sauce. Yum. Yummy it is. Very tasty. So now I'm going to put a bit more flour in. I'm going to whisk it up and whisk. And then I'm going to put a bit more, the rest of the milk in. And then once there is no lumps, not one lump at all, no lumps, you can add in the cheese. That's why I'm going turbo mode. Turbo, 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 turbo. So keep it going. I've got 3 things on the go, which sometimes someone will say, William, you've got 3 things on the go at the moment. Is that tricky? I'll say, no, it's not. But you need to keep adding the flour in and whisking. And you also need to stir your pasta and make sure it's cooking. So there's what it's looking like. It's not all of your shapes and your artwork will stay. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that and wait to see if there's any lumps. And there's a few. And so I'm going to keep going. And hope everyone's had a great night, great day. And everyone, if you're an adult, I don't care if you drink alcohol really. So don't forget, I've got a robot, but he turned off. He didn't want to come on tonight, my robot. So I don't know if he's dead or not. But don't forget to drop me. And this is how we do things. So I'm going to keep stirring the pasta and make sure it's good. And as there's no lumps, I can add in some cheese. You might say, no, there's lumps. It's just cheese. So I'm going to bring it closer to me. And I'm going to put in the cheese. Splashy, splashy, splashy. Who likes making cheese sauce? I do. It's very tasty. That's why. So that is all the cheese now. Final bit. Hey! Cheese is gone. So now you just have to mix. Oh dear. So I'm gonna turn that down. And I'm also gonna slow down my mixing. You just have to let the magic happen. Work, really. So we're going to go and check up on our pasta and grab one out and bring it over to the board into the plate. So I think that still needs a bit of cooking for the dough to form this, because as you can see, this dough isn't quite, I can still break it up and it's not quite cooked, so that needs a bit more stirring. But look, the castle stays. You can put your own artwork into this. So keep it going, guys, and keep stirring. And also keep cooking. You need a nice smooth texture in that cheese sauce. And you don't want any lumps, remember? No lumps! So, you can add anything to pasta you want. So, you could even add sausage, you could add mushrooms, you could add bacon, you could add... What else do people like? Tuna, yeah. Fish, tuna pasta. That's the type people like. I'm telling you. So I think this cheese sauce is done. So you can also put like veg into the side with that. And now I'm gonna turn that up and keep moving it around. As you can hear, that's got a nice heat on it. That's because I'm warming it up as it's cooked. So I'm going to put this now into the cheese. I'm going to turn that off. And put the bacon and some cheese. I'll move that over there. So you add this to the cheese sauce, and then you mix it up and keep mixing. Okay, so just keep mixing your sauce for the time being, and then you turn it down. Okay, make sure you turn the sauce down. And keep the pasta cooking just until you think it's done. And here's how you'll know when it's done. Just gonna find one. Show the fat guy this time. So, this is how you know when the pasta's cooked. The pasta should be soft and should be flexible, and it should be able to cook. So I'm going to get a knife and fork to see if it's cooked. So, I'm going to cut this and try it. So that definitely needs a bit more cooking. It's hard. It won't be hard, and it needs to be soft, not hard, okay? Because it was hard when the dough was going. So I'm just gonna keep cooking that now on a high heat. So watch out for time and basically different things coming up lately with different things in our world. You never know what's going to happen. If an alien's going to land on your house. It's not saying that. So thank you. So later the completed dish will I will show you, as the pasta does take a lot of time to cook. So thank you for watching this video about how to make the pasta look nice, make the cheese sauce, and I'll see you later when the dish is cooked.